just going to wait a few minutes so that everyone can get a chance to join. So welcome to another video. So today I'm back with another setting in case you are watching, in case you are just listening. Yeah, I hope the voice is perfect. That all matters. So today I'm speaking to someone who has gone through a lot. Like you have suffered through a lot. Like it's a miracle where you are today. I'm speaking specifically to someone who might also going through a lot right now, and you might be wondering how are you gonna make it. So I'm speaking to someone who has been doing their research, you have been watching videos online, you have read books, you have listened to podcasts, like you have been doing your inner research, and that is the only way you have probably found me because I did all of those stuff. So if you are here, this message is for you. So I'm here to assure you that you are not alone. And whatever you are going through, no matter how big it looks like, it might seem as if you are going over Mount Everest. And it's very normal in those situations to feel alone. Like it's normal to feel like no one can understand you. You feel like you are alone. You feel like no one can understand you, or you also shame yourself and you don't even dare to speak with people because either way you think they will not understand, or you don't even dare to speak with people because you think they will judge you. So I am speaking to you because I was there too. You are going through situations which you might feel ashamed of sharing because in our society it's very easy to get judged. Also, there are some situations you don't want people to see you for who you are. Like maybe everyone thinks you are very strong, but now you are faced in this situation and you don't know how to come out of that shell. And so it's very normal to go in hiding mode. How you know you are in hiding mode is, for example, you are suffering, but when someone calls you, you show a completely different face, like you are lively, you know. It's like when you are depressed, but then when people call you, you are happy, you are jovial, you are even going to the parties. So no one can see from the outside what you are going through, but deep down you are suffering. So thank you all for joining. Oh, thank you. I appreciate all of you. Please give the video a like. 17 people watching. If everyone give a like, we will be 17 likes. Thank you so much, everyone. And more people will join. So I'm saying that you might be going through a situation which is very depressing or stressing for you, and you feel alone. But I'm here to assure you, you are not alone. Thank you, Mahab. Where are you watching from? Thank you for being here. I appreciate your time very, very much. So you missed 3 minutes. You might have to rewatch the video afterwards so you can capture everything I'm talking about. Hi, Ejo Martin. Everyone, thank you so much for joining. Give the video a like so more people will come. So everything I'm talking to you, I have gone through. So I'm walking you step by step things I have gone through. So there's nothing new here. Like I am not just talking from something I don't know. So you are going through a situation which is very difficult. It can be a difficult marriage. You can be going through abuse. You can be going through difficulties. I am a mom of three. Maybe you have problems in motherhood. You can be going problems in the job. Maybe you are looking for a new job. Maybe you don't know where the rent is going to come from next month. So I have gone all of these things. So when I speak to you, it's like I am speaking to my older self. So the version of me sitting here to tell you all of this stuff is because 1 year ago I was exactly where you are. I was desperate. I was worried. I had anxiety. I didn't know positive affirmation. Thank you so much. I am from Kenya, but I live in Austria. I live in Europe. Yeah, I was going through stuff. Like I was so down. Even the way they're living. For example, if you want to know you are stressed, oh, thank you everyone. If you want to know you are stressed, if you want to know there are some issues going inside you, even if you don't want to accept it, just look at your where you are living. How does it look like? Is it messy? If you're at home now, look how your stuff. If everything is where you live, where you whether thank you everyone for the love. Whether you live with other people or not, I mean your space. If it's messy, it means you are messy inside. And this is not to shame you, and this is nothing bad. I'm just trying to show you how, for example, how I noticed I was. My friend was telling me you are okay. I don't like to use the word depression. Let use the word stressed. It sounds better. But she would tell to me, I think you are depressed, and I would tell her, no, I can never be depressed. You know, you always think is only other people can get depressed. Like you can never. Like I think sometimes we have denial. Like depression can only happen to other people. You know. So depression is when you are in a situation where normally you would know. I don't know how I can explain to you. For example, depression is just you not being able to wake up and clean up your bed because you don't feel like. I feel like the lipstick is, I don't know. Yeah, so depression can be, for example, you can't even do the simple stuff like waking up, making sure your bed is spread, taking care of yourself, like taking your supplements. Depression does not mean that now you people will start noticing. You know, when you hear the word depression, it sounds so harsh. It sounds so heavy. It sounds so black, like um dark. But depression can be you don't take care of yourself. Maybe you're not eating. You shouldn't be eating three times a day. You don't even eat once a day. Maybe there are some supplements you should be taking, you're not taking them. You should be drinking 2 liters of water in a day. You don't even bother. You know, very small stuff, but they can show you that you're actually going through a lot internally. So, this video started on a heavy note, but don't worry, we are going to get lighter as we move. So actually, before I started, every time before I come here, I always listen. I always listen like, what are you supposed to hear today? And the first thing I heard was, call your power back to you. So thank you everyone. I appreciate all the likes and love and your time. Even you being here, it's amazing. I appreciate very, very much. I just want to concentrate on the message so that I don't get carried away by the chat. But you guys can interact with each other. You can ask each other question. Also, if you have any topic you want me to touch on, just comment it and I will comment it. Something to do with what I'm speaking about so that we can stay on the same topic. So your message today is call your power back. How you are going to call your power back is first of all by knowing your worth. Most people are walking around sleeping. You don't even know your worth. Have you ever visited someone in the hospital and noticed how much your presence, like just you coming, how much you like your worth? For example, have you ever seen maybe when people are in a supermarket and have you ever noticed in a supermarket, um, when there is when or in a restaurant. Have you ever noticed when you're in a restaurant and the restaurant is full of people, what happens? More people want to come. Even more people will be outside waiting for a seat to come to get free. But what happens if there are two restaurants and one restaurant there's no one inside? No one bothers even to go there. They might be better than the other one, which is full of people, but people love crowds. So you will find everyone is just going to this other one, which is full of people. Even if the food there is not good, even if the waiters are rude, but the fact is it's full of people. So people follow other people who are multitudes. So, what I want to tell you is to know your worth. Thank you, everyone. Yes, thank you for joining. So, know your worth. For you to know your worth, first of all, you have to have a knowing that you are worthy, and you treat yourself like you are the most expensive jewel in this world. Okay? If you cannot treat yourself like the most expensive jewel in this world, no one else is going to recognize you, okay? No matter how worthy you are. So, yeah. Another thing is you have to know that you are someone's icon, okay? Don't get distracted. You know, what do you call it? Uh, our universe, our community is there is constantly distractions. Like maybe you just want to check a WhatsApp message and then you get yourself going to Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, all of these. These are all distractions so that you don't focus on your dream. Okay? So you have to have a lot of self-discipline for you to remain focused. Okay? Also, you have to realize you are someone's answered prayer. While you are not paying attention to your self-worth, and someone else is wishing to be like you, maybe they look at you and they admire you so much, and you are there not even appreciating yourself, and someone else, you are someone else's dream. So you have to start treating yourself as if you are your biggest dream. If you see yourself like that, the whole world is going to exactly see you like that. Okay? Another thing is you have to forget your past. Forget and forgive your past. So I don't, this is not to say that if someone maybe abused you, you should forgive them and now accept them back. You can love people from a distance. But the more you carry past, for example, if you have failed relationships with people and you still carry on this energy, is you so these people are still living their life, but you are carrying them in your hand. So the energy you are using to carry these people around, even if they might be living even in Africa or in Europe or in America, but you are still carrying them daily. Like you have to clear that mental space energetically for you to be able to create your dream life. Yeah, because as long as you're giving these people power, it means they are still controlling you. So how you can forgive your past is maybe you can write it down somewhere. I don't know, maybe you can just decide, maybe deleting pictures, deleting the phone numbers. I'm not saying that you have to cut everyone off out of your life, but mm, so wait. Sorry guys. I'm getting messages from the school group of my child. What were we speaking about? We were speaking about past. How you can, yeah, how your past affects you is if you don't forgive your past, you will keep replaying those situations over and over and over. So you are now living in the past. But if you want to move on, you have to leave the past behind so that from now on you are a new lighter person. So that's why some people sometimes, our body our body saves all these traumas situations. That's why sometimes you have a specific pain. It can be headache, it can be back pains, it can be knee pains. All these traumas, all these negative energies are saved somewhere in our body. So you might be even taking medicine. Sorry guys, wondering why is the pain not going away, because maybe it's some past traumas you're still carrying around. And for you to heal that, you have to forgive and forget the past, yeah. Another thing is, for you to create a new reality, you have to become a new personality. For you to create a new reality, you have to become a new personality. So the reality you are living in was created by the personality you have been up to now. You are watching my video. So for you to become a new personality, you have to create a new reality. Okay? It sounds a little bit twisted, but the more you listen and soak in my message, you will understand me. Or you can come and rewatch the video. Sometimes when you rewatch the video slowly, you might understand it better than now, because now I'm just creating it, but you can come back and rewatch it, yeah. So how you create a new reality? First of all, you have to change your personality. If you change how you react to things, because the moment you react to things, you react to people. That energy is what keeps that thing coming over and over. I am also unlearning it. I don't know which example I can give it to you. For example, what you focus on more, it grows. For example, if your child is misbehaving, instead of you focusing on, you behave this and that and that and that, you you have to teach yourself you have to teach your nervous system to stop reacting. Catch yourself in that moment. It will take a lot of self mastery and discipline. So instead of you reacting every time they do something negative, because that what keeps them doing that over and over, because they know you are going to react, and so they are waiting for that reaction. You start complimenting what you want. When they do something good, you over exaggerate your reaction towards that good action. You reward it. So you will start getting more and more of those good behaviors. But the more you focus on what they are not doing, the more you focus on what they should have done, the more you focus on you always do this and that what you will keep getting and getting, yeah. So yeah, that is one way of creating a new reality. Another thing would be showing up as that new personality you want to become. So like I show up on my YouTube channel every single day, because my new reality is I get paid to exist. I create videos and YouTube pay me. I get paid to exist, so I have to show up as that person who shows up daily on their channel and create videos. And and also I am creating a community where we can have a community of people who have gone through stuff, people who are similarly aligned, people who have the same vibe, so we can have like a community where everyone can be open, no judgment zone, like a safe space, like a sisterhood, you know what I mean. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. So I show up daily as the new, as her, you know. So you have to know what is your how, who are you wanting to become like. So you can do this by creating a vision board. um so that person you want to become, how do they show up in their lifestyle? What are they doing now? For example, my woman of my dreams, she gets paid to exist. She gets to wake up, do her routine. She has her routine, take her supplements, take care of her hair, her body, internally and externally, has enough time with her family because she has a flexible work, so she can work from anywhere, and her lifestyle is just easy and feminine and enjoyable, you know what I mean? Like no hustling anymore. That hustle culture is gone. That was those years, yeah. Another thing is you have to give yourself permission. So most of us are always waiting for permission. You know, like how when growing up as a small girl, you had to ask for permission. Can I go and do and this and that? You know, like when I was growing up, I was very traumatized about going to swimming pools or rivers because the grown up people who when I was growing up, they used to protect us from going there. They were saying, you can get raped. So it creates a trauma between you and water. That's why a lot of black people can't swim. And I said, I am not going to be one of these black people who can't swim. I had to overcome that fear of swimming. I had to overcome myself out of that box of don't go to the water, it's not safe for you, you know what I mean? Yeah. So you have to give yourself permission to do something uncomfortable. If you have been wanting to be a content creator and you don't know what to talk about, you have to give yourself permission to make a mistake, because even the most successful YouTubers or anyone you are looking at somewhere, and if you don't start, you can't learn, because every step is taking you towards your higher self, no matter how small it is. And every time you do something good, also yourself, every time you do something, every time you break was created, like you start rewarding yourself. Another thing is you have to shame your subconscious mind. For example, when people go through situations where they were abused, I have an example. I know someone, she was in a very abusive relationship, and the boyfriend would tell to her, "Yeah, you are dumb. You didn't go to school. I'm more intelligent than you." And I don't know. I think he was also shaming her body. So I noticed when we go eating also, like she would unconsciously be using these things to herself or to other people. Like especially if you have gone through a very traumatic situation, abuse or so, you have to be very careful after you have left the situation, that you don't continue abusing yourself. Because what many people don't notice is you might remove yourself from the abuse, but your subconscious mind, as long as you keep revisiting these old stories of how for example, if it was an abusive boyfriend and you keep revisiting this, for example, when you're remembering what he did to you, your subconscious mind does not know if it's happening now, or it was yesterday, or it was last year, or it was 5 years ago. And what I noticed with her is it can be anyone else. When people have been abused and they don't have somebody to help them mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually to overcome this situation, they keep abusing themselves unknowingly, like continuing that pattern. If someone told you you're not intelligent enough, you are fat, instead of, so if you don't take care and come out of that pattern, and you might continue doing it to yourself. So you must be very, very careful. If you catch yourself doing this stuff to yourself, you have to pattern interrupt. And that's why I'm always showing up here to give you tips and tricks. Somehow it's very cold in Austria. The weather is starting to get cold now. Also, the topic is triggering, so yeah. The topic is very deep for someone. I can feel it, yeah. Yeah, I was saying that give yourself permission to make a mistake, and also don't shame yourself, and also give yourself extremely self-love. So self-love is not self-love is not just putting makeup and whatever. That is just, what do you call it, like a mountain and there is some snow on top. Self-love is going deep within yourself. For example, if you want to overcome abuse, if someone abused you, you know there are different types of abuse, like physical abuse is when someone beats you. There is verbal abuse when someone says bad and mean things to you, so they go really deep in your mind. To overcome that, you must do the opposite. You start loving yourself. If they say to you are not intelligent enough, you start affirming yourself, you are intelligent. Even when long gone, these people are, yeah. Another thing is you have to take aligned action. Taking aligned action is every day you decide which reality you want to be in. If you want the reality of everything works out for good, for your good, you wake up and choose reality, okay? Like you can wake up and choose I am in a reality where having enough money is normal. I'm in a reality where having a smooth skin is normal. I'm in a reality where having a stable job is normal. I'm in a reality where having a stable relationship is normal. I'm in a reality where having a man who loves me, provides for me, adores me, like it's normal. If you have been trying to conceive and it hasn't been working out, you say you are in a reality where you are a wonderful mom. Like you have to start seeing yourself as that person, feeling as them, behaving as them, and I promise you, everything you desire will happen. Like once you embody that, your desire, nothing can block it, okay? Because manifesting is very, very simple. Manifesting is simply like the way you place a wish at pizzeria, like you order a pizza, and then you have a knowing. It doesn't matter if it's going to take half an hour or an hour. I know my pizza is coming. And manifesting is the same. If that wish, that desire of having a new job, having a good paying job, having not struggling in life, having a good relationship, stable relationship, having kids, whatever desire, maybe living a lifestyle where you have sun throughout the year. That was my desire. My desire was to have, because I live in Europe and 6 months is winter. I was saying that I want in future I will be having 6 months in Europe when it's summer, and then 6 months I am somewhere else where it's sunny, and I tell you it will come true. Because manifesting is having a knowing everything happens at divine timing and trusting the universe. You can trust the universe, you can trust God, spirit, whoever you believes in, yeah. So I trust in the universe. And I'm looking at my notes. Sometimes I don't like writing them because I feel like when I have them, I keep looking at them. And then sometimes I just want things to flow. Yeah, so yeah. I was saying that take aligned action. You can take aligned action by creating a vision board A vision board is just something to keep you in that, to remind, it's just like a reminder. So there's a traditional way of creating a vision board, like the way people used to do it. You just cut out pictures, put them somewhere in a frame, and forget it. Yeah. But a new way of creating vision boards, to make it make even more sense, is, for example, you can create a vision board of who you are becoming. Not only, for example, people used to create vision boards of what they don't have, but now you can create a vision board of, for example, you can choose if you want to become a CEO, or you want to become a content creator, or you want to, whatever you want to achieve. So you go to Pinterest, and while you are doing that in Pinterest, it puts you in that emotion, because maybe you want to become, maybe to lose weight, maybe you want to become whatever you want. Okay, so let me give you an example of a content creator. I want my channel to have 10,000 followers. So you go to Pinterest and write 10,000 subscribers, cut it out, put it on a vision board. Okay, the next thing is, ask yourself, what would someone with 10,000 subscribers be doing? What kind of content would they be creating? Okay? So the more you are putting yourself in that situation, is the more your subconscious mind even start feeling as if it's already happened now. And that's knowing that it has happened already is what brings that desire faster to you. Okay? Because if you manifest in lack, you pushes that desire away. Okay? Because it's like saying, I don't have you. And whatever you chase always runs away from you. Okay? That's why you see, when you chase guys, you cannot chase men. You cannot chase friendships. You cannot chase love. Whatever you chase always runs away from you. But when you become energetically that much, you know, you become energetically matched for those things you're calling in, those things come to you like magnet. Like, embodying that energy puts you in that, it makes you magnetic. Like, you just attract everything, everything want to be in your presence, because you are so relaxed, you are calm, you are not chasing, you are not desperate, because nobody want to be with a desperate person, nobody want to be with a nagging person. But when you are relaxed, when you're enjoying, when you're in fun, pleasure, energy, everyone want to be in your energy. They want to know what makes you so unique, what makes you, why are you always so unbothered? Everyone want to be in your energy. And the more everyone want to be in your energy, the more money you attract, the more people you attract, the more love you attract. And how you know you are embodied in that unbothered juiciness energy is like, you become magnetic to pets. When you go outside in the supermarket or outside, it can be in the train, and the dogs or the animals keep come to you, even if you are not a pet and person. Or the kids come to you, and they just wanna look at you or give you something. You become, that's how you know you are embodied. Or random people smile at you, or men wanna maybe hang out with you. Or if you're in a dating app, you're attracting a lot of people. Yeah, so you become that energetic match to whatever you're calling in. Yeah, also, yeah, I think let me keep the notes away and let it flow. So all my videos are in a playlist. I don't know if it's a good idea to put them in a playlist, or should I just let them flying around and everyone should find whatever they need to find. As for now, they're in a playlist. Yeah. Another thing is I want to say is once you have placed your desires, it is very easy to, like, you have to do this stuff every single day, whatever I'm telling you. Because I notice sometimes when I don't do what I was supposed to do, I notice like you can come out of the alignment. So whatever I'm teaching you, I have to do it also daily, because you know we are surrounded by a lot of what do you call it, distractions. So it's very easy to come out of focus. So you will need a lot of discipline. But discipline becomes very easy once you decide your new reality and stick to it. It just becomes a new normal, you know. It becomes your new normal because you wake up. Maybe you have a routine like wake up, shower, brush your teeth, you know. So having a routine is one way to bring you one step closer to discipline. I think another thing would be also creating boundaries around your time. For example, you have to decide what am I not going to be available anymore for. For example, maybe being on phone calls for 3 hours with people. Can you imagine 3 hours? What you could be doing for yourself 3 hours? You know, scrolling, doom scrolling. Yeah, and I mean they are very. You know, I noticed some. I don't know how this stuff happens. Once you start scrolling, you're like, huh, 1 hour is gone. But it sounds very difficult when someone say to you, do something for yourself for 1 hour, yeah. But it's so easy to do 1 hour just watching Netflix or something, you know. So self-discipline is always bringing yourself back to track. Some people have a partner who will always accountability partner, somebody who brings you back to alignment. But if you're alone like me, you really have to master your self-discipline, because otherwise it's difficult to follow through. Yeah, I feel like I have told you everything you needed to hear, and you can always come back and watch my videos. I have them in a playlist, as I said. It's called Inner Healing and Getting Paid to Exist playlist with all my videos. And seems like I will see you in my next one. Yeah, bye.